You think you're ready to start prep for your bodybuilding show. Your blood work screams no, but your ego says go. At this point, I've reviewed hundreds of different sets of athletes' lab work, and a lot of them come to me and they're a ticking time bomb. But the shocking truth, most coaches don't even ask to see, which is insane to me. You're literally just waiting for something to go wrong at that point. So let's talk about what's happening behind the scenes here. Most athletes don't have a full understanding of what's actually on their blood work when they get it. They'll see certain numbers, certain ratios, and they don't really know if there's any red flags or anything going on. And I get it. Nobody wants to stop and put the emergency brakes on a prep or their goals, but there's nothing worse than being forced to stop. And don't worry, I'm not trying to instill fear in you. I'm just trying to give you some advice before that train wreck screeches to a halt. We might be able to fix some things. I'm not exaggerating. Let's jump in and let's see the top red flags that I see most competitors deal with. Your ALT levels might be fucked. What does that mean? That means improper oral use or potentially no liver supplements in place to help with that. Your HDL, good cholesterol, might be in the toilet because you're not managing your cycle properly. So your hematocrit, essentially the thickness of your blood, you might have blood running through you like maple syrup because you're not donating blood, or you're dehydrated all the time. Your IGF levels might be in the tank because you're just not focusing on recovery, or your GH is whack. C-reactive protein, it's telling you that your sleep is shit, you're stressed out, and your digestion is gonna be affected. And you gotta remember that these blood markers, they're not just, obscure numbers on a page. They're an SOS sign to fix these before you head into the next phase. Things like kidney function, liver function, they're not things that you can just push through. And it has nothing to do with your discipline, your effort, or anything. It's not that you're just mismanaging things. Your balance between certain hormones might completely be out of whack, and that causes you to do what? Pour more gear into things when it's not working. Not the answer. So here is how you're gonna fix it. You don't need to shut down bodybuilding. You don't need to shut down the prep. What we do need to do is just change course. So this might mean pulling orals. This might mean pulling total dose down. This will be about redesigning your stack and just taking 4 to 6 weeks to potentially add supplements in that are gonna help, chill out on certain things that are stressing your body out, and just monitor every 6 to 8 weeks blood work until you're in a place where you're healthy enough to push. So the top 5 that we had talked about, so the top few things that we can work on here is fixing your hematocrit, fixing your ALT, fixing your C-reactive protein, and managing recovery here. Let's start with the ALT. You're not just going to be taking whatever influencer is pushing their liver kidney care on Instagram to you. You actually need to go and find some good quality products. There's lots of them. If you're wanting, you can shoot me a message and I'll send you a few links. Then we're going to work on fixing your hematocrit. So, dumping blood. If you're healthy and you're doing things through the TRT route, you can go donate blood. If you're doing things mid-cycle and this is like oh shit, we gotta fix this now, you can actually go to most naturopaths and they'll do a dump for you. A few things to note with dumping blood. Think of it like a little bit of an oil change. Yes, we're gonna be getting new blood coming in, but with the old blood coming back out, you need to manage certain vitamins and minerals that are actually supported in the blood. The main one being iron stores. If your cycle design has you constantly having to dump blood, you're gonna get iron deficient. Not what we want. So it's about managing your cycle at that point and putting something in place that is gonna build up the total anabolic load, but it's not gonna have you giving blood every single time. But in a quick fix, it definitely works. The next thing we need to work on is fixing fatigue and sleep issues. This can take a few weeks, especially if your stim use is crazy. So a couple tips that I'll give people: set a time that you're gonna go to bed and set a time that you're gonna wake up. Quit trying to just sleep all day and make it work or catch up on sleep. It's not gonna work that way. You actually need to set a schedule for your body to understand. you're gonna have to dial in your PED protocol. If you don't know what you're doing, please hire a good coach that has a good track record, that doesn't have athletes keeling over. They're gonna be able to help you check blood work, and you're gonna be able to put together a cycle that not only gets you results, but keeps you healthy long-term. 6 to 8 weeks is gonna go by, you can retest, and if you're now in a good place to start a contest prep, awesome. Or if you're taking a break in a holding phase before going back into an off season, awesome. But either way, you're not wanting to head into the next push without fixing those things, or they're just gonna get worse and worse and worse. Prepping on broken health markers, that's not hardcore, that's not discipline, that's just your ego talking, and it's gonna shorten your career very fast. Smart competitors are gonna play the long game. They're gonna build their foundations on health, not despite their health. If you're interested in having a conversation about what this would look like for you, click the website link down in the description. It'll take you over to my website and we can have a conversation about this, all right?